feels like summer, and it feels like summer.
Hola everyone, JB Thrills here, back with another video, and today we're talking about Hurricane Harbor Arlington in Arlington, Texas. While this water park does have a great collection of water slides, and it is a lot of fun, in my opinion, it feels really forgotten about by Six Flags. They haven't really gotten many new attractions, and while sure we just got Bonsai Pipeline, it's just another tube water slide, which honestly wasn't that great a replacement of the original attraction that was there, because the one before that one was actually rare. And before that, the newest attraction we got was in 2013, which was Tsunami Surge and Typhoon Twister. So yeah, we are lacking in terms of water slides and quality. The park's theming is very generic, and not all the water slides are kind of worth it. But I do have a theory, which could mean that Hurricane Harbor Arlington will get another new water slide, and the park can finally get better. Before I get into that theory though, I would like to say, if you like my content and videos, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to know when new videos arrive on my channel. For summer, I'm making all types of summer content, from water parks to theme parks. So if you're a thrill seeker who's new here, and loves any type of thrill, from roller coasters to flat rides, you should definitely stick around. Anyways, let's get into today's video. So it's no surprise that theme parks in Texas are getting more packed, mostly due to the fact that people are moving into Texas, and Texas as a state is becoming more of a tourist destination. And with that, theme parks have to grow to accommodate all these tourists. And the same goes for water parks. When you're thinking of the best water parks in Texas, you think of SeaWorld Aquatica, Slitterbarn, Epic Waters, even Great Wolf Lodge. But you're never thinking about Hurricane Harbor, or any of the water parks run by Six Flags. Why? Because the quality. None of them have really standout water slides, and the quality isn't that great. At least Fiesta Texas water park is doing better, but specifically Hurricane Harbor Arlington, they're not really there yet. But here's some positives. Unlike some of the other water parks in Texas, Hurricane Harbor has the room to grow. They really have some areas that's kind of a waste of space, and they have plenty of extra space to add giant awesome water slides. So basically, they have potential. And yes, this does seem crazy, especially now with the CEO not really caring much about Six Flags, but all it takes is a little bit of investment and Hurricane Harbor can be amazing. So here's my theory. Within a few years, Six Flags will realize that Hurricane Harbor will need to step it up with Texas growing and all. So they're finally going to put some investment in Hurricane Harbor to the point where we can finally see some awesome new water slides. And Hurricane Harbor can be a top tier water park. So where's all this extra space? And what do I think will be the next water slide for Hurricane Harbor? Well, most people don't even know this area because it's kind of abandoned. But if you go to the water slide Tornado by the kids area, right next to it where the bathrooms are, there's just a blank abandoned land. It looks like before it was abandoned, it was used for dining tables, but yeah, it's nothing there. All that land can be put to good use by adding a giant new water slide. And I'm not talking slide complex. We have way too many of those. Tsunami Surge, Typhoon Twister, the giant orange slides, we have way too many of those. So personally, I think we just need a standout water slide on its own that has its own layout. So what's the perfect choice? Well, with that plot of land, I predict that the water slide we can get in the near future is a Pro Slides water coaster. The same type of water coaster that's at Fiesta Texas with Thunder Rapids and other Six Flags chain water parks. Yes, it kind of will be considered a clone, but it is a perfect attraction because it's not the same old tube water slide from a water slide complex or anything like that. It's an actual thrill. And I think the best way to make it stand out is to make it completely different than the rest of the water slides in the Six Flags chain. Instead of an exact clone, they can add a unique layout for this, as they have lots of space, and maybe even add a unique feature. Like make it the world's tallest, similar to Tsunami Surge at Hurricane Harbor, Chicago. But the main difference would be that instead of starting by going upstairs and then taking your raft down the slide, what if you start from a lift hill, like how Thunder Rapids takes you up, and then you traverse the layout? That would be a super unique feature, and honestly I would like it more, because it makes it more accessible for all types of guests without having the need to go up the stairs. It also makes loading and unloading a lot easier, and it really makes the name water coaster make sense because it has a lift hill and drop like a real roller coaster, and it would honestly be really cool. There's also an alternative though. They can make the water coaster a launched water coaster like Cheetah Chase at Holiday World. The coaster starts from the bottom and launches up into the layout, and they can still make it the world's tallest. Plus, if they wanted to, maybe they can even add a dueling feature to it like Cheetah Chase. therefore making it Texas's first dual-launched water coaster, which can then allow Six Flags to market Hurricane Harbor as the water park capital of Texas, pulling us here at Orlando. And for those thinking that there's not enough room for this water slide, just look at the abandoned plot of land. There is more than enough room there, and it's in the perfect location if it goes there. Because 1, it's by the highway, so it's the first thing you see when driving past Hurricane Harbor. 2, that area of the park is pretty bland and is needing another attraction. And 3, there's so much space to do more on that land. Walking past it, I can literally visualize the entrance. Where that little wooden sign is, that's where the name of the ride can go. And then as soon as you enter, that's the queue. It really is perfect there. And yes, this is a crazy idea and it seems very out of pocket for Six Flags, but it can totally happen and I definitely see it in the near future. Will we get it next year? No. But down the line, maybe. Overall, I believe Six Flags needs to start worrying about their water parks, because they really don't give much care to any of them. And Hurricane Harbor, Arlington just happens to be one of those that's really not cared about. And some may say I'm just fanboying over Hurricane Harbor, because after all we did just get Bonsai Pipeline, but it was a mid-water slide, and the care for the park has not gone up for a very long time. On the bright side, this year is looking a little bit better, as more theming details has been added to the park, and it looks like quality has gone up. I have yet to visit the park yet, but I will soon. Anyways, I hope it continues to go down this route, because Hurricane Harbor does deserve all the care. I mean, it's Texas, and this water park can be profitable, so there's no excuse to not give any care to it. And maybe soon we'll start to see some bigger additions to the water park. And that goes for all Six Flags water parks. With Six Flags owning so many, they have the potential to make them all great, but it all depends on the CEO's decision. If he wants to keep not caring about his other parks that they own, then we'll never see a rise in quality for Six Flags, no matter how much they raise prices, or if the food tastes better. A little investment can go a long way. So I predict that sooner or later Six Flags will realize this, and start to put more care into their theme parks, which goes for the water parks as well. And soon we can see some better additions to all these water parks, and maybe even some record-breaking water slides. But only time will tell. Anyways, what do you think? Will the Hurricane Harbor water parks, especially Hurricane Harbor Arlington, get an update? And will we see a new addition for Hurricane Harbor Arlington soon? And what do you think will it be? Comment down below. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is JB Thrills, signing out.